What's up? What's up? It's Ron, the Credit Don, here at Complete and Total Care with another 3-minute video tip. All right. So, in this video, we're going to be talking about how to properly manage a credit card. All right. So, a lot of people want to get approved for pretty good size credit limit, credit cards. Some people may have credit cards with a maybe 500, 1,000, 2,000 credit limit. And maybe you just want some tips on how to be able to manage it properly. Okay, so the first thing seems pretty basic, but it is very important. You want to make sure that you're paying your payment on time. All right, so you want to identify your payment date. You want to be able to make sure what's the easiest and most convenient way for me to make a payment. All right, so many credit card companies will allow you to send maybe a money order, maybe a ACH payment, maybe a debit card payment, right? So you have to understand if you send your money order maybe a day or two before your payment date, chances are they're going to allocate that payment as being late as far as when they're able to put that into their system. So you want to prepare for those type of things, be able to make sure you know the payment date and being able to make sure what's the best way to be able to make the payment on time. All right. The second thing you want to do is you want to be able to make sure that you know when your cycle closing date is or your billing cycle date. That's the date each month that the credit card company reports your payment and your balance to the credit bureaus. So usually credit card companies only report once a month, and you want to know what date your credit card company reports to the to the credit bureaus rather. So you want to be able to make sure you know when that payment date is and when your billing cycle date is, so you can be able to know what balance is going to be reported to the credit bureaus that month. That's very important when it comes to your score and dictating your credit score with the credit bureaus. They're going to look at your balances on those credit cards, and they're also going to look at if you made the payment on time. All right. So the best thing to do, number three, is to also be able to make sure that you keep the balance as low as possible on that credit card account. So if you have $1,000 credit limit, you don't want to carry too large of a balance because the percentage is going to be charged based on the balance on that account. All right. So you want to keep that balance low. Now, one tactic that we tell our clients to use is if you're going to apply for another credit card and you have a current open credit card on your account, then you want to be able to make sure that that credit card is reported at a 30% balance to limit ratio. Now, what that means is if you have $1,000 credit card, then you want to be able to make sure you're carrying about a $300 balance on that card if you're going to apply for another card. Because what that does is it tells the other credit card company that this person knows how to use a credit card, but they don't abuse the credit card. And that's important. If you have a zero balance on the credit card, that's good as well, but it also lets that company know that chances are we're not going to be able to make any money on the interest on that credit card. So keeping that sweet spot of that 30% balance to limit ratio will kind of get you approved for that card, and it will also allow you to be able to get current credit limit increases on that current credit card that you have. So let's go back to that scenario. If you have $1,000 credit limit and you maybe want to ask your credit card company that you've been with for a while for a credit line increase, then you want to have a little balance on that credit card to show them that, hey, if I have a $1,000 credit limit and I spend $300, then if you guys give me a $2,000 credit limit, chances are I'm not going to spend more than $600 on that card. But that also shows them that we're going to make a little bit more interest off of this good paying customer because they pay on time. They do carry a small balance, but it's not more than what is uncomfortable for us to be able to take a risk on that client, giving them that credit line increase. All right. So that's a tactic to use, carrying that 30%. balance on that card or lower is definitely going to give you some advantages when it comes to opening or managing better accounts. All right. And so you want to be able to make sure you use these tips each month on your credit cards. It's very important that if your credit card company has an app, that you download the app, you sign up for the alerts and notifications. That way you can get reminders throughout the month for unexpected charges. You can be able to know when your payment date is coming up, and maybe you can be alerted about certain over usage on the card. If you're maybe not aware of the current balance on the card, you can set up certain parameters to be able to be alerted when your card maybe reaches a 50% usage or a 60% usage. These things are definitely positive in maintaining good credit card accounts. A lot of our clients come into our program with a lot of negative things, and we want to help repair and rebuild their credit reports and scores. But as we work on some of those negative things, we definitely want you to be able to know how to manage the positives moving forward. That way, you don't have to come back into our credit repair program. All right. So hopefully these tips are going to be helpful for you guys. If you guys have any questions or comments about your current credit cards or just about credit cards in general, definitely leave them in the comment sections of this video. We look at all the comments and try to reply as soon as possible. All right. So hopefully this has been helpful. Again, this is Ron the Credit Don with Complete and Total Care. Peace.